Perfect. Thank you. If you can introduce yourself and which party you represent, and we can start there.
So my name is Reinout Bosch. I'm born in Leiden in the Netherlands. And I moved here to Denmark when I was 5.
So you're international as
So
well.
I'm an international as well.
Yeah.
And I'm running for the Enhedslisten, the Unity List, the Red Green Alliance in English. And I'm running on a strong platform of I think maybe 2 things, both to withdraw the trade agreements with Israel as long as the genocide is ongoing, and the other part is looking at the trade agreements with Africa and other parts of the world which are not as wealthy as Europe is, to see what are we actually doing that causes immigration to Europe, because I think a lot of the economic policies that we're having in relation to the world outside of the EU is actually forcing people to move to the EU because they can't make a living. Like when European ships, Danish, Dutch ships, travel to Morocco and fish outside of the coast of Morocco, Moroccan fishermen don't have any fish to fish, and then they're forced to do something else with their lives, and one of the chances is, well, maybe I should go to Europe and try to build up a life there. Yes. Det er både...
Hvilke Berti, hvad er det, vi snakker om, den her parlamentariske råber?
Yeah, altså...
Let me ask you the second question then. So you guys are moving from a stance of wanting to leave the EU. So why is that happening this year? Is there something which you are noticing in terms of what is changing in Denmark?
I think the main thing is that the European Union is changing as well. Our stance has always been that the problem with the European Union is that it's built on free trade and the free movement of people, which of course, also being an international, is a great advantage for people to be able to move to other countries, fall in love somewhere else. But it also has a backside, which means that you get import of very cheap labor, which undermines the working conditions of working class people in Denmark, if they are not unionized, if we don't do anything. And the integration with the European Union has come so far that we now see that the best way to fight against these policies is not by trying to pull Denmark out of the European Union, but actually to work inside of the European Union together with other left-wing parties to try to make a change there.
Perfect. Okay, thank you. So do you have a message for internationals who will be voting this year, especially young people, because majority of our readers are between the age group of 25 to 30, and many of them are internationals in Denmark who pretty much are coming from Eastern Europe or from Southern Europe. So do you have a message for them?
Yeah, I would say that, well, we're standing in a place right now in the world where there is a lot of fear and a lot of fighting between democratic forces and non-democratic forces. Think about Putin's invasion of Ukraine or the election of Donald Trump in the US. And also with this election, there's a lot of talk about right-wing parties, fascist parties growing in support. And I think it's very important to participate in the election because the most effective fight against anti-democratic forces is actually to take part in democracy and to have the discussions and to get out the vote.
Cool, thank you. And last question regarding recognition of Palestine as a state. Do you have any statement on that? And because you do have right-wing forces in Denmark who are really not interested, because you also have Toma and the trade deals between them. Do you have a statement for that?
Yeah, I think the most important thing to recognize is that the European Union is the strongest trade partner of Israel. So a complete boycott by the European Union of all Israeli goods, as long as the genocide is ongoing, would be a very effective economic way of making them change their ways. And that will of course also have diplomatic effects, because the rest of the world will have to take a stance. If Europe is not importing Israeli goods, who will import Israeli goods? And that will put an immense pressure on the regime in Jerusalem, and hopefully also force a new vote for the Israeli parliament, which will hopefully also be able to contributing to ending the war.
Thank you so much.